Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of CookieCast. Today on CookieCast, it's the Formula One podcast, straight to the apex. The guys here, they're talking races gone, races to come, all the news, which I believe there's been some interesting news, and everything you could possibly want from a Formula One podcast. Races, drivers, cars, predictions, it's all here. Before we get started, please do consider like, share, subscribe, and comment. Leave reviews where you can leave reviews. The big one, share that podcast around. If you know somebody that's into the Formula One, they're going to love this podcast. Get it into their hands as quick as you can. Right, let's get started. Here we go. This is CookieCast, straight to the apex.
Oh, yeah. I'm not tired. I just look tired. You're tired. I'm not... Yeah.
You don't look tired. You do not look like you've got a newborn in that house.
Honestly, I think I've just replaced all the blood in my body with Monster.
Sponsor of the podcast.
I'd be quite happy with that.
Yeah.
If I came home from work tomorrow and there's like 12 cases of Lando Norris Monster or something, I'd be quite good with that. I'd be quite good with that. This is season 5, episode 4, straight to the apex. I'm in the driver's seat, although I probably shouldn't be, seeing as though I'm running on 3 hours of sleep in the last week. I'm James. Nice to meet you. If you haven't met me yet, and if you haven't met me yet, the fuck you been for the last 5 years? Why haven't you been listening to this podcast? Fucking muppet. And that was straight to the apex. Bye.
Bye-bye.
On the pit wall, I've got Mark. Don't need to wear a hat anymore because I'm quite happy with myself. Wilkin and Tony. I want to look like all the 13-year-olds in the gym. So check out my new hairdo. Rawson. How we doing, boys?
Good. Glad to have you back.
Good, thank you. Great. Never been better.
I'm going to say you could tell your face
Wow.
That was me being 13.
Yeah, whatever. Do you even lift, bro?
So you've had a baby? Is that true?
Well, not me. Charlie did most of the work. I was kind of there, but yeah, had a little baby, another mini me, more of a mini me than the last one, but yeah.
We saw you all gowned up, rocking it as obviously.
I look good in scrubs.
No, you don't.
TV show? No. People probably won't even know there was a TV show called Scrubs.
Right. You know what? So obviously, new series of Scrubs has come out. I know this is an F1 podcast, and we're talking about Hulu programs and stuff like that.
No.
But new season of Scrubs has come on, so we're watching that, and obviously because that's there, the old seasons popped up.
No.
So when John was born, we had this system through the night where when we'd wake up to feed him, I'd do the feeding, Charlie would do some pumping, and we'd be watching I'm a Celebrity because it was obviously that time of the year. This year, or this time, we're watching Scrubs.
Wow.
So when we go to bed at like 10, we'll wake him up, we'll change his nappy, we'll feed him, and we're watching Scrubs. And then when we get up at 2 o'clock in the morning to do it again, we've got an episode of Scrubs on.
Wow.
And we're getting to that point now where we can pretty much get John changed, fed, and back in bed before an episode of Scrubs is finished. So our system's starting to work really well.
Nice.
Yeah, big up to Scrubs. Woo!
Again, if you want to sponsor us, Hulu, we're here. I'm sure Andy will be happy to have you on board.
Yeah, give us your fucking money.
Yeah.
Not you, Andy, obviously. We mean like Hulu or Monster or Five Guys. Go on, just splash some cash. And Jerry,
No.
you can splash some as well. It sounds like cash.
What a great segment into the news about her husband, the twat.
We'll come to that shortly.
All right. Okay.
Can I just say, listen to the podcast? Obviously, why wouldn't I listen to every week's podcast? Why did you kind of back out on my comment on Jerry? I didn't say anything bad.
You say every comment you make about Jerry is bad.
No. Maybe slightly inappropriate.
Yes.
But that one wasn't. All I said was Jerry's still not divorced, but I'm patient. And you guys are like, yeah, James has made some kind of comment about Jerry. I'm not reading that.
No.
Of course, he bottles every comment that you see his
I know.
little face
He's
writing it, reading
like,
it, and he's like,
something like that.
no, I'm not reading that.
No.
I'm back. It's like an Eminem album. So go on, what's the news about Christian Horndog?
Well, I mean, Tony, do you want to take this with it being your team? It's been quite...
I don't know what to believe anymore with my team. It's just an alien could be driving for my team and I'd believe it now. It's just ridiculous. Supposedly he did I've heard so many. He did want to join, but Adrian Newey said he didn't. That was allegedly. And then I've heard that he was given a contract or he was offered something and he didn't want it. So I don't know what to believe anymore now.
Something's going on at Aston Martin, isn't it? I mean, obviously Jonathan Wheatley stepped down from Audi, citing personal reasons, but like the day before, it was all over the news that Jonathan Wheatley is joining Aston Martin. Hang on a minute, they've got Adrian Newey as a technical director. Hang on a minute, didn't we all say last season Adrian Newey is not a team boss? So Jonathan Wheatley has actually left Audi because he doesn't want to be based at the Switzerland headquarters. He wants to come back based in the UK. Surely he knew this when he took the job because he's only been in the job, well, all of last year and the beginning of this year, which were 2-3 races in. Apparently Newey has blocked Horner joining. He said, I don't want him. And then Lawrence Stroll's been a bit odd with his comments in the news and the press. I don't know what to make of it all. It's a bit of a farce considering the car is, vibrating itself to death.
Dangerous. Garbage.
I've actually heard that they're going to be looking at a new sponsor for Ann Summers.
Wow.
From anyone who was born after 1999, Ann Summers was a shop in the 90s that used to sell dildos and other vibrating products that aren't toothbrushes.
Someone stop him, please. I beg you.
So you don't even sound sincere about like you're like, I'm just saying it because we need to, just so we're ticking a box for the lawyers and everything. But really, I want him to keep going.
Tony's seen his professional career just go up in smoke.
That's all right. Tony's not saying it. It's all fine.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. Just by association. It's fine.
Yeah. I mean, just look at Trump and Epstein. Nothing's gone on there.
Oh no, we've already mentioned his name.
Nothing. Wait, if we're going that way,
no, we're not going that way.
Let's open the Strait of Hormuz or whatever the fuck it's called, because these prices are taking the fucking piss.
What do you mean?
These diesel prices and petrol prices.
They've gone up.
Yeah, they've gone up.
Hang on.
Some smug arsehole with an electric car is... Wow. Hey, for the common white van man, it's first world problems.
It's fucking shocking.
It is.
You couldn't have timed it any better getting an electric car.
Genuinely couldn't. Got it thinking, am I doing the right thing? Am I being stupid here? And then all that happened. I'm like, nah.
No. Is electric okay? Yes, it is.
Yeah. Especially seeing as though it's fucking going down even more next week.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I've seen stories about that as well. Octopus is like putting a rate on, like an off-peak rate of like ridiculousness.
At the moment, I pay 7p a unit from, I think it's like 11:30 till 5:30. From the 1st of April, that goes down to 3.5 pence.
Yeah.
And guess what? At the current time of your life, they're the probably hours that you're up the most.
Yeah. Well, I'm sat there watching Scrubs at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I can sit there thinking I've got the washing machine going, I've got my car charging, I'm watching TV.
Life is good.
This is good. Yeah.
Yep.
Octopus, sponsor us as well.
I'm also a
Monster
customer.
and
I'm an Octopus customer.
other gas and electric companies are available, but don't fucking go to them.
Open the Strait of Hormuz.
Message us. We'll send you a link to join Octopus, and we'll all get a couple of quid in.
Yeah, unless they offer us a better deal, then fuck Octopus, and we'll go with them. We aren't really that bothered. Yes, we are Octopus. Yes, we are.
Make peace and love.
Yeah.
Not war.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, with everything that's going on, we've had a couple of races cancelled as well, so we're going to have a break. I think it was the right decision. Antonelli kind of blabbed on the plane that it had already happened before they got to China. Yeah,
I think it was in Birmingham, wasn't it? Someone was there talking out loud and just went, what are we going to do in April? Don't know.
These young kids.
I just don't get that. I just don't. Surely we can't just cancel 2 GPs. I know they're under fire and there's a war going on in that, but can we put something else on? Can we do something else?
It's all the freight and everything. They just won't get it on there on time because they've got sea freight, air freight, and they just can't do it, and it's not viable. And because it's the sea freight, the sea freight would have had to go straight from China to the Middle East, wouldn't it? And obviously the delay wouldn't have got it there in time. And I mean, they've lost a lot of money, the FIA, apparently, a lot, because they are the 2 biggest payers of Grand Prix and promoters. So, but look, it makes it a more manageable 20 races.
Interesting.
So, I don't know. I think it's the right decision. Like you say, I wouldn't go back there if I was them. With all the conflict going on, I don't know if I'd go back there, but
it is probably worth sniffing around some of the other tracks and just saying, right, look, can you get yourself ready for next year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, it'd be a good one. April's going to be fucking weird, though, isn't it? Because I've looked at the calendar. Obviously, we've got a race this weekend. We've got Japan, and then nothing till May.
Yeah.
There's a whole month in between that, and Easter, and it's just like,
Yeah, we've had a sprint weekend last week, or the week before, sorry. We're to Japan. Oh, it's 4-week break already. Oh, okay. Great. I mean, mate, I don't know how it works. Obviously, in the summer break, they have to shut down for 2 weeks. I'm guessing they don't have to do that. So will there be a lot of testing? Will it be good for Aston Martin, the fact that they have a 4-week break?
2 less races, yeah. Fucking hell, because the car's garbage.
I mean, Alonso taking his hands off was embarrassing.
Oh.
Yeah. But what's side by side? Have you seen the side by side? I think, is it an Alpine or an Audi or something like that?
No.
It's ridiculous. Like, the vibration's stupid. It's like absolutely ridiculous. Like the camera on the Aston Martin is just like, it's like this. Literally. Wow. The other one's just dead straight, just normal on the other car.
They've got a solution, haven't they? They've just signed up a new driver.
Oh.
I've written it. I'm just looking now.
Alonso said it well.
Michael J. Fox.
Anybody, if you can. I don't know what you're on about here. This joke has gone completely off my head.
I know what he's on about. We apologise to Michael J. Fox. He's got a bit of a baby brain. He's a bit tired. He doesn't look it.
I've got 2 weeks of pent up me.
That is true. Look, Tony has no idea what that reference was. As soon as you said,
I might leave this. This podcast has gone to the absolute bin. Did he just say I've had 2 weeks without me? Like, what the fuck?
No, me, not meat.
Oh, right. I thought you said meat. I was like, Jesus Christ, this is really scraping the barrel here. Like, Jesus. And how did we get from Aston Martin to
Michael
meat?
J. Fox. James, that's how we got there. Oh, Jesus Christ. Please move on. Please. Sorry, Andy. If you need to
Supposedly,
edit any of that, edit it.
Alonso is kicking off behind the scenes, but is keeping very quiet on the in the airwaves and on screen. So, but
That's not like Alonso.
behind the scenes, supposedly he would like to retire, and is actually not going to be there in Japan because he's expecting his first child. So yeah, interesting.
How old is
He's not going at all.
I can't even say that.
I don't know if he's missing practice or, but yeah, the arrival of his first child. I'm sure it read first child. Yeah,
How old is Alonso?
is a great age. I've heard.
40. Is he about 40? He's same age as Hamilton, isn't he? So is he 41, 40? No, or is he a bit older than Hamilton?
Maybe a year older than Hamilton.
Alexa,
It's only his first.
how old is Fernando Alonso?
Fernando Alonso is 44 years old.
44.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, we haven't had you on the podcast since the massive news of Lewis Hamilton and Kim Kardashian, allegedly.
It's not allegedly anymore, is it?
I don't know.
I thought it was all a thing now. I thought it was like, yeah, he's.
I've seen them together so much on social media and whatnot. I don't know if it. Yeah, I think it's.
I don't know if it's AI or real anymore. I have no idea what's going on in life. Is it AI? Is it real? I don't know.
I thought better of Hamilton, really, when I think about it. I mean, he's pulled some absolutely stunning women, and when I say that, I can only think of one, which was
Schertzlinger.
wow. I can't think of her name.
Nicole Schertzlinger.
That's the one. Shirt slinger, like that. Blouse slinger. But yeah, I mean, she's a very attractive woman, very talented, and I mean that by singing, stuff like that. And she does come across as quite intelligent. Now, I can't say much about Kim Kardashian. She's made a business, she's done stuff like that. She will have a level of intelligence as well, but I can't stand people who, they just talk like this and they keep on breathing while they're talking. And on top of that, mate, you've had Kanye West. No. I mean, that guy designed shoes that look like something out of Flight of the Navigator.
Someone on this podcast owns a pair of them shoes.
Shoes, yeah.
Pairs. Practice. Yeah, not much happened. And the rest, not much happened either.
Well, it's a sprint race, isn't it? I mean, there's never much of a practice on a sprint race anyway. You only get the one session.
Is that a Fat Willie's hoodie?
That is a Fat Willie's hoodie.
Wow, that is retro. Nice. Very nice.
I like that hoodie.
Yeah, sprint weekend's a bit all over the shop, innit? But yeah, I thought, like you say, practice. I can't even remember practice because there's only one. No, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Can I tell you what happened?
You can, if you want.
Nothing.
Cool.
Nothing.
Great. Nice.
F1 coverage coming at you. So far, we spoke about Kim Kardashian, other random stuff, and we've mentioned practice. Great. Mate, I'm going to be awful here because if we're like, oh, sprint quali, what happened? I can't bloody remember because I think I just got on my baby.
I know. Do you want to say?
Yeah, go on. I did watch. I'm just trying to.
Nothing happened really.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right. Sprint race. I tell you what, we're flying through these. Sprint race. A little bit happened.
Shall I tell you what happened?
No, don't say nothing.
Mercedes won. That was it. Move on.
So I've had a few few conversations at work with people that,
Oh, okay.
here we go, that kind of like Formula One and kind of don't. Interesting to get your guys' opinion. What do you think of this type of racing? So sprint race, 19 laps. Was it the first 5 or 6? Was kind of where all the action was. But what's your thoughts on this Mario Kart style
Shit.
go
It's
on we're
shit.
having?
It's shit. We laughed about this 3 seasons ago, talking about bananas and mushrooms and fucking turtle fucking shells and Rainbow Road. And we're here now. We're here now. We've got Rainbow Road because we start just well the Middle East, which is now conveniently gone for some reason. But we know the reason, but we won't go there anymore. Um, they've actually quoted somebody's gone, Behrman, it's like having a mushroom, or is it Leclerc? Like,
Leclerc, yeah.
joke. It's a joke. The sport is a joke. I'm not a fan anymore. It's boring as fuck. Yeah. Listen to me right now. It's just a disgrace. The Americans have done exactly what they've done to every single thing they've ever purchased, and that's just water it down and just basically just pull and push as much money out of it as possible. It's not racing anymore. It's just a commercial bullshit. And it's made for the casual fans now, not the real racing fans. And I'm finding, you know what? I'm finding myself watching fucking Porsche racing. And I even put some fucking IndyCar on the other day. And I heard the engine and I was like, wow, that sounds awesome. Why am I doing this? Because our sport, our F1, our Sunday afternoon tradition that has gone on for decades has now been turned into a fucking shitty Wii Nintendo video game in real life. And it's devastating. Devastating. What happened to just pure machine engineering and V8s, 10s, 12s? Fumes, carcinogenic fumes, like fire, crashes. Fucking yes, on the limit. Senna, who obviously I'm the biggest fan, and I got his book, which I've never read still to this day. Um, on the edge, and on the edge of wet racing. Now we don't even see wet racing. They delay a start for wet racing. It's gone to shit. The whole sport's gone to shit. It's boring as fuck. Whoever's got the best system is now the quickest. That's it. There's no skill in it anymore.
Well,
There's
I mean, that last point you made, whoever's got the best car.
whoever gets the bullet just again is exactly like Mario Kart. Just suddenly scoots past a few, and it's not down to.
To a degree, though, that has always been F1. When Mercedes was absolutely dominating it, they had the fucking substantial car. When it was McLaren years ago, it was them. McLaren last year, Red Bull for 4 years. You know, we've always said they've got the rocket ship. Someone's always got the rocket ship. I like the term bullet, though.
Has it got worse though?
It's a weird one because I like the fact that it's not a case of just get in the car and drive it and it'll do all the work for you anymore. The drivers have to learn the car. They have to figure out how it works and stuff like that. And that's why at the moment, all I'm worried about, but at the same time, a lot of people can be looking forward to is once the drivers get a better understanding of how the car works and stuff like that, you're not going to get those initial 10 laps that we're getting at the moment where there is a fight going on between the two where someone will go flying by because they've got the overtake, but then because they've done the overtake, they've fucked the battery. So then the other guy just takes back over in the next lap. Once they figure that stuff out, that's going to fizzle out. But on the flip side, once they've figured that out, that's when it's going to become more defensive again.
In a effort to figure it out, they're making it worse, and it's getting worse after season after season. It's just getting worse and worse and worse. And you know what? If you remember, Lewis Hamilton's dad started a racing league, didn't he? We haven't seen it yet. It's not come to fruition at all. That's when people are going to start moving across and thinking, you know what? I want to see. I want to see it back to the bare bones again. This is getting boring now. This is too mainstream now.
I kind of agree. I think we've got to give it to half the season. Let drivers get used to the cars. Like I said at the start, one of the things that I'm liking about this is you're seeing a lot of the old school drivers coming back out of the Hamilton. He's a completely different creature this year. He's absolutely loving that car, getting rid of all the downforce and stuff like that, and he's showing it. And I've already said he's going to give Leclerc a run for his money. Alonso, if he wasn't driving around in a bloody electric toothbrush, would probably also be quite competitive. But fuck me, there's too many issues at Aston Martin for him to have anything. And let's face it, if he's about to have his first kid, he's got other priorities going on right now, and he doesn't give two fucks. The other interesting thing for me at the moment as well is Max, because he is struggling with that car, and he's been real vocal about it. And I really like. I mean, Max has always been vocal, but he is shouting out his thoughts. He's making everyone very aware of how he feels about it.
And you say what you want about Max Verstappen, he's an out-and-out racer. He's an out-and-out racer. You've got to listen to that. I'm sorry. He's a purist. His dad was a purist. His dad was a bit of a bastard, but he was a purist. You've got to listen. You've got to listen. And okay.
You watch the last bit when Russell just goes flying by them, and it was like nothing. But then the next lap, the exact opposite happened. You know, Leclerc or Hamilton, I can't remember who it was. It's when he was battling with a Ferrari, and then they just did the exact same thing. That overtake power it's too much. I mean, but that's the electric engine. We've all driven electric cars now. We know what kind of acceleration there is.
But stop there. Just take 2 steps back and look at that, what you've just explained there. That's fucking ridiculous in F1. Yeah, I know we've all learned to accept it because this is a new era, all this blah, blah, blah. Take 2 steps back and look what you've just said. That's absolutely fucking ridiculous. This isn't racing, guys. This is not a fair playing field. It's all about who's got the advantage technology, who's got the faster car, who's got the edge on the engineering. That's what you've just described. I know it happens, and it's great. It's racing, but that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Come on, we remember sitting and watching on a Sunday afternoon 20 years ago. That was racing. This is now it's getting ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
Going back to what I was saying, which is why I think a couple more, maybe not a couple more, but a good handful of races further down the line, and the drivers are getting more experience, and it becomes more the defensive thing. You're already seeing it with Hamilton. I can't know if it was a sprint race or the race itself, where he was putting up a fight, and then all of a sudden he just started backing off, and you're like, well, what's going on there? And then the commentators was like, well, is he just saving his battery? And it's like, yeah, because Hamilton's already he's a different creature altogether. He's sitting there and he's like, I know what I can do here. I'm going to let them two just battle it out, and then as soon as they've both drained the battery, I'm just going to flip by. But because I've been saving my battery for so long, I'm then still going to have enough juice in there to defend that lap, because I've got to do one full lap to defend it.
And I understand that. I don't want to see a racing driver save battery. I want to see a racing driver going full throttle as fast as they can round the track against everybody else that's trying to do exactly the same thing. Yes, it's dangerous. It's racing. We laughed at Formula E, didn't we? Look at the speed and the charge zones and the zoom zones and all this, and
The fan boost.
that's it. And now look at us. Now we're in this we are in the same in F1. I don't care what you say. We are in the same in F1 now, and it just doesn't sit right with me. It just okay. The casual fans like it. It's different. It's new regulations. That's how you can pacify it. But it's not. To me, it's just not racing anymore. We're not racing anymore. It's too strategic now. Look,
Um,
I
go
can
on.
understand the tires, but we've moved away from that now. We've created a problem, I feel, in my eyes. Sorry, Mike, go on.
No, I'm just going to weigh in because I ain't said anything for a few minutes because I was listening intently to you both. You're both right. I I think there's good points and bad points in the racing currently. I think James is right. You've got to give it half a season because they're still learning. But I get you, Tony, because while I enjoy the battles that we're having, because these cars can follow, they absolutely can follow closer than any of the ground effect cars. That is an absolute given already. That them cars, you can be within half a second or a tenth, and it doesn't affect you aerodynamically because this active aero, the straight mode now that it's called, not DRS. But I don't like the fact that I think that you said, James, there was a point where Russell literally just pressed a button and it was like he had a 900 brake horsepower car against a 20 brake horsepower car. It was absolutely ludicrous. But then I just think that the tyres still pisses me off because Max is moaning about his tyres all the time. Like, they can't push on them. And Tony, all right, they need to be at full throttle. I want 55 laps of absolute you on the edge, pushing that car,
Yeah,
not
fucking
tyre saving, not battery saving, not being a fucking energy manager. And this boost thing, although it's working in some points, it's not working in others. But I do like some of the racing we've had in these races, like first 5 laps it was in the sprint race with Russell. I mean, the start procedure's a joke. That fucking blue panels flash so they can rev the car to charge the battery. We look fucking stupid.
Just put an extra red light there.
Yeah.
It's like, like you've got to, when you're on the PlayStation, you've got to, with the lights down, you've got
It's like you're doing
to
Mario
get the
Kart
boost.
Sprint. You know, when you have to do A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B, let go, let go. The Ferraris have absolutely nailed the starts. My God, it's like they get such a kick up the backside. How fast Leclerc and Hamilton both come through that field was scary. But is that going to cause a big accident? Possibly. Possibly, because Mercedes are already moaning, saying that they want the rules changed for the start. And quite frankly, Fred Vasseur was quite right, and he said, no, we was told the rules. We was told adapt to the rules, not the rules adapt to the cars, and we've done that. That's why we've got a good start. So, no,
It's the same old same. I mean, the amount of times where Mercedes was looking at the rules and they would adapt to the rules, like the when they had the fans in the wheels so it'd cool the brakes quick, like that. They'd adapted to the rules. They didn't give a shit then. Everyone else kicking off, but like, no, we've just adapted to the rules. But as soon as you're not the fucking leading team,
the F duct. Mercedes had that F duct where the driver's knee covered a vent hole, and then that pushed the air somewhere else when Hamilton was there. They kind of coined that to get. So, like you say, you're right. Just because Mercedes hadn't done something, they're now kicking off, and George Russell was moaning. But no, I'm sorry, Ferrari have got a small turbo, they've nailed it. But that Mercedes is an absolute rocket ship. Like you say,
their starts are ridiculous.
Red Bull aren't great. Williams and McLaren, McLaren didn't even start the race with both their cars for different thingies, but Mercedes have given them a different engine management system to what the Works team has. But why shouldn't they? They're the Works team. So I don't. You've got to utilize what you've got. So Williams aren't great, McLaren aren't great, Ferrari are good, but as soon as they start pushing, that's it. They can't keep up.
there's only two teams that are in contention at the moment. Fucking hell, we're talking about leading teams. We're 2 races in, but it's quite clear it's Ferrari and bloody Mercedes.
Yeah.
I mean, McLaren. I mean, Oscar Piastri is still yet to race.
Which is, I mean, that'll please you, obviously.
Not a lap in a single race this year, and I'm fucking loving it.
Kimi Antonelli's got second and has just got his maiden win in his second season. How would you feel if you were Lewis Hamilton right now and you just stayed at Mercedes?
It's a tricky one, isn't it? Because it's that kind of. We've all seen the clip where it's him and Toto sat down when he's talking about, do I stay or do I go? And Toto's like, trust me, what we've got in line for this car, we will be winning constructors in the new regs. Hamilton was like, and I got Hamilton's point as well. He's like, you've got to look at my age, mate.
I know.
I've got to do what's right for me as well. And I got it. But yeah, there's probably part of him sitting there thinking, shit out.
I should have just stayed. But
when we was let's finish. Just before we go, I've got a final point.
Go on.
If you're watching or listening, have you been go-karting? Remember a time when you go-karting? We have done it a few times. How ace is it just to put your foot down and go for it?
Yeah. Not have to worry about tyres, energy, just drive to, and the ability shines through.
You have to use the skill and to brake in the right zones to go around the corners. You've got to have big balls to put your foot down going round the corners, when to accelerate, when to de-accelerate, when to try and pass. That's the thrill of racing. I think F1 now, it's a brand of racing. It's not racing anymore. And to a purist, I think it's losing it. For every purist you lose,
what's hurting it at the moment. But just quickly going back onto the Hamilton thing, I'm going to use this as a breaker, kind of cliffhanger thing. Maybe Hamilton has made the right choice with going to Ferrari, because let's face it, there's things going on with Mercedes right now where Hamilton could be sitting at Ferrari going, yeah,
I've
got this.
Yeah, you're right.
And that, my friends, is a go get a drink and come back for part 2, folks, to find out what's gone on with Mercedes. And then we won't mention it again till the very end of the fucking podcast, just to keep you there.
Yeah.
Love you, bye.
Hey, you. Yeah, you that's listening right now. Thanks very much for tuning into this episode of Straight to the Apex, the Formula 1 podcast from CookieCast. If you're enjoying this episode, why not like, share and subscribe? Whilst you're there, feel free to check out some of the other podcasts that CookieCast has to offer. If you like football, we've got a football podcast. NFL more your thing? Then the Laces Out podcast is for you. Maybe even a little bit of the wrestling. Just look for the Getting Over podcast on CookieCast. Maybe you want to listen to Andy's Darkest Timeline. It's there too. So, the F1 boys have probably got themselves a drink. It's time to get back to the action.
You actually look like you were just like holding your breath. It's like you wanted to see if you could hold your breath for the amount of time it took you to get the passwords from Mark and join the meeting. Because when you came on, he was like, in fact, it was like Robin Williams in Mrs. Doubtfire when he goes, I can do a great impression of a hot dog. He was like that.
I think you've lost him again.
Oh, mate, what is it with you and fucking movies from the 80s and 90s?
You're getting more middle-aged by the second. It's scary.
I loved you, man.
Because
Exactly.
we have a kid at work called Ollie, who's 24. I've known him for quite a while, Ollie. And when a song comes on, obviously nostalgic, slightly older gentlemen like me and you, James, will be like, oh, what film's this off? And he's like, I don't know. I think one of them was like, basically, The Time of Your Life from Dirty Dancing. And he was like, I don't know. I was like, what? I mean, he took the piss when we said, what film's this off? And it was Ghostbusters. But yeah, I just think it's youth. But then Tony's not. Are you this side of 30 or the other side of 30?
Hang on, which one's which?
I'm the
Are
yeah.
you under? You're above?
What? I'm under. I'm under 30 me. Under 30.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Just that. No, hang on. Are you sure?
Somebody today said I would look 22. Bang it.
Liar. Wow.
Today, I was
Care home know that she was out?
Was it Stevie Wonder?
Who's that? No, I'm joking.
Wow. Wow. Bring us back to James. Bring us back.
Link
I like
that
how
to
Tony's
Stevie.
got the giggles now.
Link that to Stevie. Go on.
We've been making like 80s and 90s references all the way through the first part of this. Welcome back, by the way, guys. You know, you've been here for a good minute or two now, and you're like, do these guys know that they're recording right now?
You need to watch this on YouTube because that was probably the best Stevie Wonder impression I've ever seen by James Stainforth there. And you probably won't see a better one. I'll be honest, guys. So
If he went and put his sunglasses on and did that, nailed it. Don't.
What? Look for sunglasses? I ain't got the time. I ain't got the energy.
No.
I don't know how I'm doing this right now. I feel like it's like I'm going to make another 80s film reference and I'm going to get pissed off because Tony's not going to get it. But I'm doing a bit of a Conor McLeod right now and going through like a quickening. I'm just drawing the energy from somebody else.
You're doing well.
Tony, you now need to watch Highlander as well. So that's Highlander, Back to the Future, Dirty Dancing, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, The Breakfast Club. We haven't made any references to the last two films, but you should be fucking watching them anyway.
Should be.
Okay, well.
And Ghostbusters.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Hang on, whoa.
Whoa.
Your reaction then, like, yeah, you probably... It's almost like you're saying, yeah, you're probably right. You've not seen Ghostbusters.
I've seen it a few years ago, and yeah, it's all right.
Which one? The proper one or
The
fucking
proper one.
Bridesmaids with
Proper
proton
one.
packs?
The proper ones are the best.
Right answer. Well
I'll
done.
let you off.
Yeah, well done. I'll let you off. Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway.
Formula One.
That brand of racing. Go on, carry on.
Formula E on steroids.
You mean that soap opera? By the way, this is an F1 podcast. We're all fans of F1, by the way.
Just not today. I kind of dropped a hint that there's stuff going on with Mercedes. And it is that those guys are under investigation for their aeroflow, of all things. Which is probably another case of they've just adapted to the rules. So I'm trying to remember which way it is, but my understanding is obviously your DRS now is both your front and your rear flaps. Flaps. Now they're meant to open and shut at the same time.
Is that in the rule book, is it? That they're meant to shut at the same time? I didn't know that.
I'm not sure if they're in the rules, but that's what they're saying. They're meant to open and shut at the same time.
Right, okay.
And there is like a very slight delay. And I think it's the front one. Yeah, I think the front one closes after the rear wing. I mean, technically, well, it's not even technically, that would actually mean that if you've got a 10-second window where you can have your flaps open, because let's say that the front one closes 0.4 of a second slower, you've got 10.4 seconds of your flaps wide open. I'm enjoying this too much.
Such a gel.
This is all bullshit.
I'm really sorry, Andy.
Oh, this is all bullshit. If you're listening and watching, this is just bullshit. This is just It's another sick joke that we have to sit through every other week.
Look, this is Flap Corner. Talking about flaps.
Honestly, right, I'm just using the correct terminology.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
The issue is, you two both know how my mind works, and so will Andy and
Everyone
really
every
as well.
one person that listens.
Can we get to
Yeah,
that
and
point?
I'll be
Yeah.
sitting there going,
Yeah.
"Oh, fuck, I know what James is actually referring."
Yeah.
James is doing innuendos.
But then how does that fall with the Ferrari rear flap that went oh yeah. Because
That's the thing.
I don't know. Because they tried it in practice, they took it off the car. They wasn't convinced it'd work all race, basically. They didn't know how reliable it was. Yeah, I mean, is that just a timing thing, like you say, that Mercedes have just kind of tweaked a little bit? I mean, I guess it's an easy. All it is a program in the electrics. It's easy to change. So if it is giving them the advantage that they say it is, what I just think the engine is so strong on that Merc, like you alluded to when we went into the rule change years and years ago. Their engine was the best engine by far, and it had about 30 or 40 brake horsepower more than anybody else. And in Formula One, that's a hell of a lot. And because of cost cutting and engine regulations, that they can't just say, "Oh, well, we'll give it more horsepower." Then teams will take a long time to catch that up. But they're not bulletproof, as point to McLaren. I know it wasn't Mercedes, but same engine. McLaren had two different problems on the Mercedes side of the power unit, and they couldn't start. Was it Norris that actually had a lap to the grid and then had to go back to the garage, or was it Piastri? One of them did a warm-up lap and then went back to the garage. One didn't even get out of the garage.
I think it was Piastri, wasn't it?
So
I know Norris was looking more likely to be able to get out and race. But I'd completely forgot they both had two separate issues altogether. But is this another one of those? Because let's face it, we already know the Mercedes engine looks fucking class. Every car that's got a Mercedes engine is doing well.
Yeah.
But the only one with a Mercedes engine that's doing fucking amazingly is Mercedes.
Yeah.
But is this, and I'm going to go back to what you two talked about in the last episode about Aston Martin, and is it a case of this car was built for a different engine, and now they've had to try and mold the car around this new engine and all this kind of stuff, or was the engine built for? And is this the issue that
God knows?
Yeah, but then this is my point with Mercedes, that they know what their engine's like, so they're right. We know our engine's going to work. This is how we build our car around it.
And I think you have made a good point then, and going back to what you said, Mercedes have got that edge now because they probably got, I don't know, a model of that engine to build the chassis around and to build the bodywork around. And then what McLaren and Williams and Alpine and any Mercedes customer have got is, right, this is when you're getting your engine delivered, lads. Then you can start to build your car. So are we just seeing that Mercedes dominance because it's a works team and they've got a head start over everybody? So you're right. We've got to give it to mid-season because you like some McLaren. I mean, Alpine look quite good. They've just bolted a Mercedes engine instead of a Renault one in, and immediately they're not too bad. Williams, Albon didn't start, so they had issues. But are they going to, probably more McLaren, once they understand, right, this is what we need to do and this is what we need to extract, will they then go to the front? So you're right. The advantage of being a factory team, hence why Red Bull wanted to be with Ford, hence why Aston Martin wanted to be with Honda. The benefits of a factory team is you have got your engine manufacturer and you're the chassis manufacturer. So there you are, work together. Whereas if you're a customer, it's there you are. There's your crate of your engine. Now you can work around it.
Yeah.
The only way to put my Aston Martin point out there. I could really see them trying to get rid of this Honda engine and try and get a Mercedes.
Oh yeah,
And they could
Lawrence
go-
Stroll ain't got patience at all.
I could see them trying to go down the route of like, we haven't been sold the right. We've been sold a bit of what the hell's happened here? This is
Yeah, I'm not being. They could take the engine out, take the bloody skid board out from the bottom, and just drive it like a fucking Flintstones car, and they'd do a better job.
to be safe.
Tony, you need to watch the Flintstones as well, so you get that reference. Just
No, I've seen them.
Why don't they just borrow the safety car? Bet Marlander's car.
No, they don't have that
quicker.
anymore. Oh, that's in a showroom in Leeds. I've seen it.
Kit Kat car's coming out next fucking week as well.
Okay. Oh God, yeah. Yeah, it was. Well, it was in York, wasn't it? Well, Andy put it in the podcast. Yeah, big chocolate Kit Kat F1 car.
I was gonna say yeah, because I've had a chocolate Kit Kat car. Gorgeous.
It's more reliable than the Aston Martin, that, and you wet it in about 2 seconds.
It is.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that Audi, I mean, they're an engine manufacturer now. They had Bortoletto didn't start, so there's look, the Racing Bulls look better than the Red Bulls. How is that possible?
I don't know.
Probably because Red Bull were the dominant car, like you said, James. And what the teams do, they cherry pick the best people. So Newey's gone. The other people, probably technically minded, has gone to other teams. So they've lost that edge. Mercedes will probably have it next year. There'll probably be an engine guy that all of a sudden turns up at Ford or Audi. It's all that game, isn't it?
I think to a degree as well for Red Bull. I think the other issue that's affecting Red Bull still, and it's going to sound weird me saying it, is Horner.
Leadership, yeah.
Because even though he's not there anymore, and
That guy that just says yes, no, we're doing it this way, do this.
I mean, he was there long enough, season before last, and then a quarter of last season he was there. Now they'll have still been making tweaks to that car for this year. He won't have been the sign off on all of it. There'll have been input from Newey and stuff like that, but at the same time, Horner will still have had input.
I think he's more of a man manager than an engineer. I don't think he'd have had an input into anything. I don't think his expertise is technical. I think his expertise is galvanizing that team and saying, right, you do your job, you do that job. That I can't take away from Horner as much as I don't like him.
So, Mark, where alleged, this is an alleged story, but we've heard it because we've discussed it already. Why do you think Newey didn't want him at Aston Martin?
Because of everything that happened at Red Bull. The only reason Newey left Red Bull was because of what was going on behind the scenes, and he didn't like it. That's what I believe. Allegedly, well, it's not allegedly, it happened.
To be honest, except him.
Well, no. But yeah, I think that's why Adrian Newey, they had a great relationship and it soured really quickly. So something must have happened in that team that he didn't agree with. And that's why he went. Don't tell me that he's gone for a stake in Aston Martin and for the money, because I bet he was doing well at Red Bull. So, and you could tell straight, he suddenly wasn't turning up to races. He wasn't, they had a dynamic and it just went like that overnight. So something happened. So why then would they even try and entertain Horner? To me, that's Horner pushing that narrative. They look like they're in trouble. I'm going to go work there. I don't think that's come from Aston Martin at all.
Yeah, I suppose you could take that into spinning stories for spinning stories' sake.
Yeah.
Really.
Horner's staring at a little bit to try and give himself a job.
The only credible Horner story that I can hear that I believe, is that he's trying to buy into Alpine. That's it.
I can see that happening because Briatore will be that guy. He doesn't give two shits about what happens, does he? All he wants is money and investment, and whatever Horner gets up to or hasn't got up to or whatever. Briatore is a bit. bit old, in here, bit old school. Like, I don't care about that.
The word
Yeah.
I just want to win.
Yeah, he wouldn't care about. I mean, even the allegations made against Horner, and yes, I've just said allegations made. Yeah,
I can't believe it.
So strap yourself in. This is going to be absolutely.
no. I'm going to be dead. All the allegations made again about Horner and stuff like that at Red Bull and everything else. The likes of Baratal, it's like you just said. He's old school. He doesn't give a shit. Like, I don't give a shit what you do to members of the team behind closed doors and stuff like that. You get me the results, and I'll gladly turn a blind eye.
Yeah.
So,
I
can see that.
I thought he might go to Audi, like obviously when Wheatley stepped down, but they've got Binotto, haven't they? The old Ferrari. He was waiting in the wings almost.
Yeah.
So he's obviously going to go there. I think Wheatley will go to Aston Martin, but I think it'll be a hell of a long gardening leave.
Yeah, just when.
I don't know how I feel about Wheatley.
Have you watched all of Drive to Survive?
It was just his kind of his. I hate to say it, but he's very soft. I agree with some of his stuff when, like Hulkenberg's winning, he's saying to Hulk, you did it, you go and enjoy it and stuff like that. Love that as a manager and stuff like that. But I don't know, there was some of the comments he made, and it's just like, you don't have, you're a great manager because you've got that kind of balance and everything else like that. But in the world of F1, I don't think that's the right mindset. You've got to have that little bit of brutality. Let's face it, all the principals have a love-hate relationship. You look at Horner and Toto, fucking hate each other on the track.
Yeah.
But they clearly had a really good relationship off the track. And we all know that, but I don't know. Great success story and stuff like that. It's a very much a Cinderella kind of story. You came from some guy working in the pits and you worked your way up to becoming a team principal. Fucking amazing story, but yeah, it's that kind of, have you got the cojones?
Yeah, I can't. I agree. Yeah, I kind of agree. I think he's learned. Maybe he's learned the best bits because he worked under Briatore. He's worked under Horner. Maybe he's learned the best bits from them and kept the worst bits out. If he was my manager, I'd actually quite like him because But was it an act for the cameras? That's my only thing. I think Tony said it before we Drive to Survive.
You've got to take
not real, is it? It's not real. So, interesting.
Yes.
Still haven't watched it. Don't intend to because I just nah.
I mean, we've watched it. I mean, obviously Charlie's on maternity. I'm on paternity. Well, as of tomorrow morning, my paternity ends. But yeah, we finished off Drive to Survive. I've watched a load of other stuff on Netflix. Charlie's probably going to complete bloody Netflix by the time she goes back off maternity. So yeah, we've watched it because it's like there's now else really on. But I'm still not into it like I used to be. It's that kind of, it's there, it's on. I see some interesting bits. There's bits that remind me of what happened, but at the same time, it's like, meh.
Yeah.
I think if you're 16 to 20, if you're 16 to 21 and you watch Drive to Survive, I can understand it's a bit edgy and cool.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
No, that's not racing for me.
It started off well, and it's just I think the last two seasons. I mean, the season before last, I didn't watch it all because I was just like, I don't care. And obviously, I made the joke last time of I'm getting fed up of people stating the obvious, like,
yeah.
If you're in pole, if you overtake one car, that's good. But if you overtake one car, that's better. It's like,
yeah. I mean, He was on the Chris Moyle show the other week, and he was actually quite decent on that. And I thought, why couldn't you be like that on Drive to Survive? Because again, you are playing a character. Because
Yeah,
I've listened to the Five Live podcast, for the Formula One podcast. It's not as good as ours, obviously, but he's not like that. Yet, as soon as the Drive to Survive cameras goes on, he's as wooden as bloody George Russell, like you say, and he's Mr. Captain Obvious.
that just bring back racing.
Yeah. But
Hell into a corner.
what did you think to the Ferraris racing in the race? Leclerc and Hamilton.
I really enjoyed. There was times where I'm like, somebody needs to say something and get them two in control because. But I think that was more that kind of looking at the last couple of years, and they haven't been able to get us. I mean, let's face it. They, like you said, they can get that close together now, where you couldn't even get a fucking sig paper between the cars, and they can still race. The thing I really liked was that battle between Hamilton, Leclerc, and Russell. And then when it finally all kind of settled, the next thing you heard on the radio was Leclerc going, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was good to fucking watch, especially if you're a Hamilton fan. Even if you're a Ferrari fan, I would suppose as well, because, you know, both Hamilton and Ferrari haven't had the greatest couple of years. And, you know, now they're battling it out again. But yeah, it's nice to see that kind of fight going on.
It is.
But they need to sort out other elements of it.
Like you say, let's hope that once they kind of get on top of them cars, that this can be sustained. What's stopping them at the minute is the tyres are still these tyres that are fake, that are built to push for 2 laps and they absolutely fall apart. We don't want that. Give us tyres, like Tony alluded to. Give us tyres where they can push. All right, you may only get a 1-stopper or whatever, but give us tyres that you can push and push and push on, and you will get racing like that. But I do get Tony's points that there's a lot of fakeness and like it is Mario Karty with mushrooms and bullets and
Get it, not necessarily get rid of it, but you need to adjust it. I mean, like I said earlier, we've all driven electric cars now. We know the acceleration in an electric car. And that overtake boost is the electric.
yeah, it is.
I've never drove a hybrid. But then that ticks over into the engine, doesn't it, over a certain... Oh, yeah, so I don't know. Unless it's a high-powered hybrid car. But then even then, does it flick? It still flicks over at a certain point, doesn't it?
Yeah. But
Engine.
I don't know all hybrids, but the Toyotas, when I had them, they were the only ones that was close to the hybrid F1 cars where that kind of, if you accelerate enough, it uses both engines, both the electric and the petrol at the same time. I don't know about other hybrids though, but I mean, fuck me. I mean, I've got my Tesla in chill mode, and the acceleration on that in chill mode is fucking ridiculous.
Okay.
Fucking that in an F1 car with that kind of aerodynamic.
I used to like driving the Tesla, obviously within the speed limit, and then when you come up to the corner, like flick down to get the regen, and then flick, and then when you're coming out the corner, accelerate, but flick the regen off again. It felt legal, shall we say? And if you were overtaking a hazard, for example, again, just flick the regen off, overtake safely and appropriately, and then again pop the regen back on again just to slow down into the corner. Oh yeah, I miss that feeling. Yeah, now it feels like I'm gonna topple over. But yeah, it's a different. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, hybrid.
Nice.
Yeah. Any more from the race?
Nah, not really. Give me answer that one bit.
Oh,
I mean,
spoiler
he had
alert.
he had an absolutely class race. I mean, because Russell was constantly fighting between Leclerc or Hamilton, and Kimi didn't have any of that. He just had the clean air, and because of that, he could save his battery and get the extra boost and all this other kind of stuff. And he just yomped it.
Nearly lost it when he went
Yeah.
off track with the last few laps.
But rightly, it was either 9 or 7 second lead, and then he kind of slipped a little bit off the track and lost 2 seconds. But he's got Bono.
I know.
Well, straight on the video going, yeah, look, all you got to do now, mate, is just get it home. And that is exactly what you want to be hearing. If I was Kimi Antonelli and I'm like, oh, holy shit, I'm going to do this, and panic starts to set in, then you just get this calming voice just going, mate, just get it home.
And he's the guy, yeah. What I will say is, after the first race, everyone had made George Russell favourite.
Mm-hmm.
He's not gonna lose to a rookie, well, not a rookie, but a second-year teammate who's a young kid. And I think Antonelli stuck it to him a little bit that weekend because he didn't have a great sprint race. He didn't have a great quali, but I know the car's fast, but in that race, he managed everything. And I think he stuck it to Russell a bit. And that might be, it's only early in the season, so maybe Antonelli will make a mistake going over race by race. But I think that's really woke Russell up to think, hang on a minute, this isn't a given for me this year.
No.
If this kid wins it, it's embarrassing.
But I think the Ferrari have also got that element on Russell as well. I think this is where Russell's going to struggle, not just with his teammate, but also the fact that his former teammate is sniffing the back of his neck again.
I think the pressure is mounting on Russell because if Antonelli wins the championship, then it'll be, hang on, Russell lost to his young teammate, right? Like I say, if Ferrari's constantly beat Russell, it'll be, hang on a minute, why is Russell losing to his former teammate who he beat all the time in the Mercedes? And is he in a faster... He's under a lot of pressure this year. A lot. And it's going to be interesting how he deals with it because in that race, I know it's only one race, but in that race in China, I don't think he dealt with it well. He dropped to well down the order. And yeah, he come back and yeah, he got second, but...
But he was on the radio saying that they're fast in all the parts that we're not.
Yeah.
So I think it's an element of Hamilton's getting more used to the car because it's more his style of driving anyway. And Ferrari's got that rocket fucking start, and if Ferrari can just tweak the last few little bits, sort out the fucking strategy and the pit stops, they've got to fight.
They have.
I mean, first race was like, I don't know what hat I'm going to buy this year. Do I get a McLaren hat? Do I get a Hamilton hat? Do I get a Kimi Antonelli hat?
Do you want me to be honest?
Hamilton's?
Do you want me to be honest? And I've listened to you both. And I did think about this. That exact what you just said. What hat do I get this season? And I'll be honest with you.
Get the safety.
I would get a Kimi Antonelli hat because I think he's going to push George Russell, and if he out qualifies George Russell, the pressure's going to build, and will Russell? I'm not sure.
Oh, will Russell bustle? That is a great Will Russell bustle. I like that.
Russell ruffled.
I'm a fan of George Russell.
Oh God!
Before Kimi Antonelli.
There's one other thing I forgot that's pressure for Russell. If he does worse than Antonelli this year, who may want to drive in that car next year?
Anybody.
No. Someone that's trying to get him out of his contract right now, and it was rumoured that last year he was getting out of his contract, Max Verstappen. Because if he turns around and says, I'll have that seat, and Russell has lost to Antonelli this year.
Yeah. We still don't know what the terms of that contracts are or anything.
No.
And then you'd be buying a Max Verstappen Mercedes. That's
Yes.
sure, guys.
Biggest
Let's
fan. What a guy.
all be on that bandwagon, guys.
Yeah.
Full fucking pit suit style, bro.
Nice.
So, going to your comments about Antonelli causing pressure on Russell and stuff like that kind of leads into the predictions, I think. So, race results for China was Antonelli winning, George Russell second, Hamilton third, Leclerc fourth, Berman fifth, Gasly sixth, Lawson seventh, Hadjar eighth, Sainz ninth, Colapinto 10th, and then 10 other, sorry, not even 10, a lot of other drivers that no one fucking cares about, which includes fucking Hamilton. Sorry, not Hamilton, Verstappen. Having a nightmare at the moment. Not as much of a nightmare as Piastri, though. I mean, like I said, I've raced it all this season, and I'm enjoying every second of it. So, we have to touch on the predictions, which are going to fucking annoy me. So obviously, after the first race, we all had 3 points each. For China, I went Russell, Hamilton, Leclerc. I got jack shit, so I'm still on 3 points. Tony, you went Russell, Antonelli, and Max. So you still got 3 points. And then Dickwad there went Antonelli for the win, Russell second, and Hamilton third, getting the first of the season and giving him an absolute phenomenal fucking lead already. The magic 7 points.
Wow.
Mark is sitting there on 10 points already.
Luck.
7 points behind we are.
Pure luck.
It won't last. It will not last.
Pure luck.
Who knows?
Yeah.
So, I've got my predictions for Japan.
Okay.
You two got yours?
Yep.
Yeah.
Host goes first, or are we still messing it up?
No, you go. You do what you want to do.
So, Mark, it does sound like I'm copying your last predictions, but it's because I was already toying with is Russell going to struggle more because of Hamilton? Because Hamilton's going to be pushing him, and while Russell's defending against Hamilton, Antonelli can just be like, "Bye, guys," and that's it. He's gone. So I have gone Antonelli for the win, Russell second, Hamilton third.
Ooh.
And I'm going to go Tony.
I'm going to stick with Russell, and I'm going to go Kimi Antonelli second, but I'm going to go Leclerc third.
And Mark, I don't think you need to do any picks at the moment. I think you're good. I think with your 7 point lead, you can take a week off.
That's fine because I'm not going to get any points this week.
Oh, whatever.
You've gone Max, Colapinto.
Sainz. Unfortunately, my three are exactly the same as Tony's. Russell for the win, Antonelli second, Leclerc third.
Christ, I hope you're wrong.
This
Well,
could be a massive swing.
With you suddenly going, yeah, I've got 17 points, and Tony's like, I've got 10. And I'm like, I've got 3.
This could go really right for you or really wrong because you could be the only one that gets points or the only one that gets none. So, yeah, this should be fun.
It'll be interesting. But yeah, right. I think, boys, we are good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, as always, folks, big shout out to Andy and the crew from CookieCast. Andy, if you've got this far and you're still listening, I'm not even sorry. I'm not. It's been a couple of weeks. I've been talking to a baby for 2 weeks and needed to speak to some adults, and it all just came out.
It's fun.
I don't care.
I think after 5 years, he knows what he's going to get from you. So
He's probably listening to it going,
we're good.
fucking hell, back.
I just wondered when you're going to ask him for your paternity pay because obviously you're an employee of CookieCast. For tax purposes, we are not employees of Cookie Cast. FYI.
Yeah, and also to protect Andy as well because of modern slavery rights and stuff like that. There's none of that. We do this off our own free will. So Andy, you're safe, we're safe. But obviously, if Octopus Energy or Five Guys or Monster
Tesla
or anybody else want to sponsor us, Tesla, unleaded petrol, I don't know,
Shell.
Anyone from the Middle East? No, that's wrong.
Centrica. Any of the
splash the
cash. Is it LNG? Whatever.
LPG. Yeah, but share the love. Do the like, do the subscribe, listen to the other guys on Cookie Cast and everything. Even if you don't listen to some of the other sports, they're still a good listen. Not as good as us, obviously, but they're still good. Sorry, Andy. But share the love, guys. Like I always say, chase down your window cleaner, pin him down, put your AirPods into his ears and make him listen to it. And if he still doesn't enjoy it, waterboard the motherfucker.
No, don't do that. For fuck's
sake. They're not going to do it.
Don't worry.
It's absolutely fine. This is when somebody finds
Whoops, we're in the news. Never mind.
Window cleaner murdered by F1 podcast listener.
Window cleaner found dead outside of a house in Neverley.
Neverley. Oh, God, I've missed this. But I've enjoyed that, lads.
Good, me too. Welcome back.
Good. I'm glad.
The band are back together.
Congratulations. And rest in peace.
The window cleaner.
Yes, that guy. And another guy that I can't remember his name. Chuck.
Oh, I still don't believe he's dead. There's that many rumours that he was dead. But, yeah.
He lives forever. Like this podcast.
Yeah. Love you, boys.
Bye-bye.
See you soon. Goodbye.
So there we go, what do you think of that? Another one done, another one gone. Races gone, races to come. Oof, fast paced. That's the way we like it. Before you leave us, please do consider like, share, subscribe and comment. Leave a review where you can leave a review. Check out the website, thecookiecast.com. There we have social media links and an email button, and that way you can get in touch with us. That is it for this one. Until next time, I'm going to say bye, and I'll see you then.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening to Cookie Cast.